Hey everybody, let's take a look at a 1/12 scale Marvel Boy action figure from Marvel Comics. This is in the Marvel Legends, Marvel's the Void. I'm not sure who the Void is. I've only gotten the tentacles, and evidently now I got the second tentacles because I got Crystar. Although Squadron Supreme Power Princess in those colors, I don't remember her ever wearing that color scheme. But I would definitely buy that. The Power Princess I know about were purple and gold from the 1980s. This is actually New Warrior's Justice is his name. I remember him as Marvel Boy. That's who he is in my universe. I do have a vision probably from this scale, but not from this wave. And Namora, she's also from the New Warriors. And by golly, I already got enough Black Panthers. And Namor, I saw that Namor at Ollie's, and I thought he's horrifyingly ugly. I don't know what's going on with him. He looks like he's demonically possessed. So maybe he is demonically possessed by the Void. Again, I don't know anything about the Void. But let's see what they wrote about Marvel Boy, aka Justice. A mutant with telekinetic powers, Justice fights alongside his heroes as a leader of the New Warriors. Un oh no, that's in French. Yeah. So this came out in 2024 by Marvel and Hasbro. And here's a picture of what he looks like in one of the comics, I suppose. Here's the packaging, and if you need this information. All right, so again, I am not normally a collector of this scale, but once in a while, for $5.99, is what I forgot to tell you, at Ross. These are everywhere. They were at my Ross for several, like there were several of them at first. There's actually none there right now, so I guess people did buy them up. Probably a lot of scalpers, because I've ran into a few scalpers that fill their buggies up with stuff, and I'm like, wow, you must really like this. Like, no, I just resell it. I'm like, you never have that feeling where you want people's head to explode? Yeah, anyway. But maybe they're providing a service for somebody. Now, there's some things that I like about this figure, and there's some things that I can already tell right off the bat, and I just got it out of the package. I'm going, I can't believe they did that. All right, so they do have extra hands, which is good because I do like hands that can hold stuff. These look like he's begging for something. I'm not sure what he's supposed to hold. Let's see. His powers are more energy-based, so yeah. The Marvel Boy I know about too, he's actually Advanced Astro from the Guardians of the Galaxy in the future. But whenever Advanced Astro came back, he triggered the power inside of him that he didn't even know he had before. And he tried to join the Avengers, and that led to him becoming one of the... I just got finished reading the New Warriors #1, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's how it all started. And basically, the leader of that time of the New Warriors was Night Thrasher, and he was like the Batman. Let me put it that way. So this must be like their Superman. So the cape is flexible, but it doesn't get in the way, so it's fine. His head is on a ball joint. He's got a very strikingly, very good look to him. Let me just put it that way. I'm not trying to be weird, but it's really well painted. The eyes are nice. Let me move the lamp back a little bit, because it's casting such a shadow from the overhead light. All right, so his arms, they go up this much. There's no butterfly joint, which I'm kind of surprised about. I figured with this body there'd be a butterfly joint. It's the skinnier body, so I don't know. I figured they'd throw a little bit of something in there. There is a bicep swivel, which doesn't really impede anything. There's double joints at the elbow, which does go back almost 180 degrees. They straighten out. There's pins which don't bother me. I'm not sure where that came from with people bothering. He's got the inside, outside, and swivel for his fist, which is fine because he's not really holding a sword or anything. He's got an ab crunch right here that bends this far, so you can see his toes. And back this far with the cape impending some of it. Nope, without the cape impending, he can back this far, which looks more natural for flight in my personal opinion. Like I would have him like this. All right, he also has a waist swivel, which I don't personally need for this particular figure. I'd rather them just do the ball joint up top and then leave that alone. All right, for his legs, he's got what looks like hinges, I guess, and they go out this far. So he could do almost a split, but not quite. Can he sit down in a proper position? Yes, he can. He also has a thigh swivel up here because he has double jointed knees where the thigh swivel is sometimes used. He also bends well over 90 degrees at the knee. The part that I'm going to say that I don't like is the boot cut right here. I don't see the point in doing that, first off. Secondly, it really does break up that design. I don't know why they would do that. If I can fix one thing, I'd fix this and then paint that where it's blue in the crack. Let's see, the ankles, they do go forward and backwards. Oh, I thought I broke it there for a minute, how far back it went. And there's an ankle rocker. So if there's an ankle rocker, why do we need, nobody has a cut in their shin right there. Yeah, anyway, so that's one. There's too many articulation spots in my opinion. And if you've got that down to where it's just a swivel joint at the top, you can eliminate one more over here. All right, so this figure is extremely tall. It's taller than most of my figures, so I'm just gonna have to start. There's no way they're ever gonna make him, and since they put him for a 599, that's telling Hasbro we're not gonna make another one. So if they ever go back to the perfect scale, which is 1/18, they're not gonna put him in that. I'm getting to understand that there's not 6 inches anymore. This guy's over 6 inches tall. He's 6.5, almost 6 1/3. My understanding, they were 6 inches tall, so I guess they're starting to bend that rule since, I guess, McFarlane. That makes him almost 16 centimeters tall. All right, so these tentacles, I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do with them. I did have some from Crystar. I think I just threw them in a bin somewhere. But I was thinking, could I add it to the bottom of a spaceship and make it more organic? Can I add it to somebody's back since it looks like it's, I did just get this guy that's, I'm going to call it a tarantula, so it would be 4 more legs, but they're too organic-y for him. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how I'd fuse them back there, but what do you guys think? Will that be something I could do? Maybe. But for now, I don't know. I want to use things. I don't want them to just be tossed into nobody's going to want this if I donate it to Goodwill or whatever. So that would be pointless. They do have like little scorpion tails on the end of them, so maybe I can, I don't know. I really don't know what to do with these. And I'm not going to try to sell them on eBay. That would take forever. So how does he fare against other figures? Well, here's a Buzz Lightyear who is in a better scale for superheroes, in my personal opinion. Who is actually a little bit on the big side because Superman here is in the 90s scale for superhero figures, which that's what I like. I like this scale for superhero figures. And of course, Toy Biz, which is the Marvel Legends or the Marvel action figures of their time. Here's how he scales with him. Now, he could be a Nephilim in my universe, but I already know him too well as Marvel Boy, so I don't want to end up screwing that up. I mean, I've read several comic books with Marvel Boy in it, and I don't want him to not be his own, who he is. Sometimes I give people new identities. Him, no, I really like who Marvel Boy is in the comics. He's got a very good storyline, so as from what I've read. So let me know if you've added this to your collection, and if you didn't, did you find it at Ross and thought about it, or maybe you picked yours up at Ross? And if there is a fix for this, let me know in the comments, because I'm thinking if I brush it with some glue, that may keep it from moving like this, because there's no point. I really don't see a point. Can somebody let me know if you don't know how to fix it? Can you tell me why there's a moving point right there? I don't see why. I don't get that. There's no, I can't do that with my legs. And I know you were saying, well, you could turn your legs like your feet this way and that way. And yeah, I can. Also, because I may do that and then just get a gold chrome pen and brush it up. But I don't want it to be different than this. But, it's not going to bother me that much. But, push comes to shove, I might do that. All right, well, y'all have a great day today. A marvelous Monday is what I'm going to try to start doing Marvel comic figures on Monday. Since I have him and Dracula somewhere around here. Oh, and I got a Mego figure. So stay tuned for more.